All right, friends, family, whoever ends up seeing this, you want an update on things, you want to know why I'm not posting here on Facebook very often, it's because, well, I made a website with a few other people, a new social media. I know, it's kind of a thing. But first, an update on what else is going on. So that's not the only thing I'm doing. I've done several weddings recently. So I still take pictures. So, like I flew out to Maryland to photograph the piano guys. There's lots of family picture type stuff coming up. It's fall, so totally fine there. And also working on the book project. Things are going great with that, with the publisher. I'm excited about that. Things are moving right along. However, let's get back to the big point. I don't post as much on Facebook or Instagram because, well, I'm very involved over in this world called Steam. And yes, like I said, helped create a social media website, an interface at least. So most of the groundwork was created years ago on a blockchain, which is like a public database. Pretty simple like that. You could go into a little bit more, but it's this awesome technology, and the whole database structure was there. There's been people there blogging, posting, social mediaing for a couple years now. So I had a friend that I met through the site that is an amazing developer, and he decided that he was going to make a new interface to this database, and he called it SteemPeak. So I jumped on the team, and I've spent a lot of time helping to decide and design new features. So this is kind of what it looks like. Let's stop beating around the bush, right? I have a profile there. It's SteemPeak.com @JARVIE. I'll leave a link, obviously, because if you're friends or family, you may want to see what I've been doing recently, because you probably haven't been seeing it as much on these other platforms. So I took a cool picture. Let's look at this. I took a cool picture of the Perseid meteor shower. We had a meteor come through right at kind of like that perfect time where the skies were still blue. I write about it. I link to the other parts of the story. I'm going to open that up in a new tab. You can see part of the rest of the trip. We've got big, beautiful pictures on the site. You can write. It's kind of like this blog atmosphere where you got longer form content. Instead of living in this world where everything has to be 140 characters or whatever, or really short, or just post up a picture, we feel like people want to connect a little bit more, want to share a little bit more insightful information. However, sometimes you just want to post a picture, like here. Where I basically just post a picture. I'm a little wordy, so I threw in some extra information about the picture. You've got the comments. You've got a lot of people in there interacting. Of course, I've been there for a little while now, so there's a decent amount of interaction. Your friends, your family may not be there right now, but I am. And we're just kind of getting it going. I want to, there's so much to it. I want to show you everything that's possible. Steam, you may have heard of SteamIt, which is a interface to Steam, just like SteemPeak.com is an interface to Steam. So SteamIt is the one that's been around for 2 years. It was developed by the company that made Steam. But they've challenged basically other third parties like us to make it better because it's decentralized. So you won't have the problems of Facebook where, honestly, if I were to post this as a YouTube video and link it to Facebook, Facebook would kill it. That is just the fact. Social medias have that ability to do that. Like, oh, it's YouTube, that's our competitor, we're not going to show your friends this. Well, this social media is decentralized. We are continuing that decentralization, that lack of censorship type option. So that when you post something and you follow your friend over there, so if we go here, I can't follow myself, I am myself. So here's my sister, I reshared her post about me, but I can follow them. I can star her so that she comes up high up on my list. I can look at different topics that are of interest on here right now. The topics that you may be most interested probably aren't on here. There's a lot of like cryptocurrency type stuff. There's business and techie type stuff. There's a decent amount of photography. I can save the topics that I like the most. So I could look at what's being posted about Utah, which is my sister and myself and a few other people. And I can save the friends that I want to look at the most frequently to see my friend Derek's awesome. I can also scroll through his pictures. Well, he only had 2 on that post and only 1 on that post. See, you don't have to do lots on a post. Sometimes you could just do 1 so we can go through and look at his amazing photography. And then, I know this is the... should have started with this. But I just wanted to show that it's an awesome... What I'm about to share is what really makes it super unique. Is that if you find something you really love... And the thing is, I've loved every single thing that he's done. When I do the heart, it gives him financial impact. And that isn't something that I designed or anyone on my team. That has existed for 2 years now, and they've been working on with the blockchain connected to a currency. And that doesn't mean that when I voted on him that it's taken away money from me and given it to him. It's a different economic model, which really works very well. So I could go into topics. I can, well, how about I go to my feed? This is people that I've already followed. And this is someone that I know. I've stayed at his house. He's a great photographer. 6 minutes ago, he posted this. It's got to be of Lake Tahoe. And I can go through and look at all the pictures that he did underwater. So great, Scott. But when I click here, I can give him a vote. And not just 25, I could go all the way up to basically 0.314. Depending on what the currency is valuated at, Steem being the currency, that may mean different things to him. Right now, it's 1-to-1 with the US dollar, which is kind of convenient. However, we like seeing it more at like 3-4-to-1, because then it means more money. However, it'll go back up and down. That's the nature of even stocks or currencies or anything like that. This may be a little more exciting up and down. But, okay, so I voted. I have a limited amount that I can do that day. Basically, the economic concept is that there is inflationary... So there's new Steem created every single day. And so when I vote, basically I'm saying, based on my vested share that I have, which is a decent amount. So if any of you friends come join, like, I have a good amount to share, or to vote on you. And basically I've said, based on my share, I vote him this much. Now, you could just do hearts, and they're just the happiness that you get on Instagram, you know. I click the heart and you get happiness. So if you, my friends, come in and you don't have a big vested share and you want to vote, like, that still means something, just as it did on Facebook and just as it did on Instagram. Like, that means the same amount. However, I have an interest in you doing well, so that your vote also does well. Okay, so so much to it. I wonder if you're still watching. I mean, we've got drafts, we've got templates that we created on this site, which this template idea is very unique, and the ability to create a post and schedule it is unique to what we're doing, you know, to Steem. You give it some tags, aka the topics that you want to talk about, like 5 of those. You get to bold things and give headers, so I can say, hello friends, and then I can make that I can bold that, and then you get a preview over here. You could also do HTML kind of system, and then you can copy in. You could even link your YouTube videos in here. We're not going to ding. We and the Steam blockchain do not ding you for putting other content into here. We're not trying to make money by advertising your content. Perhaps another interface will do that, but SteemPeak is not interested in doing that. Not at the moment. And if we ever did, we would make sure that you got part of the money too. You would opt in and say, I want to be advertised too in order to get money. Anyways, as another random, there's so much possibility and potential. It's really exciting for me. There's not a lot of people on Steam right now. That will change. There's things coming up, and with SteemPeak, we can be the big change for this. We have ways, and one of the problems is, like, here's the catch. It is not easy to get a Steam account. Well, it's either not easy or it's not cheap. So you either have to go to steemit.com, which that company is giving out free accounts, but their waiting queue is 1 to 2 weeks. So about that. So they're willing to do that. We have a system where we may be able to do something similar to that. Or you can go to other websites like, here we get into another topic, SteamMonsters.com is a game, and if I were not logged in, okay, I'll log out. If I'm not logged in and I click on get in the game, I can oh, that's new. Okay, so you could use crypto of any sort, Bitcoin or Ethereum or Steam, or you could use a credit card and buy a starter pack for this game. And in return, you also get a Steam account right away. So, and I love this game because I've been heavily involved in it. So I'm going to log back in. I'm not going to log back in right now. Sorry, I don't want to put my password in online here. So let's go look at the collection. This is a great opportunity. I know that they're starting a Kickstarter tomorrow. So that's another way that you could, in fact, go there. And I'm sure that's a way that you'll be able to get an account and be able to join in this collectible card game, which may not be your thing, though. However, it is possibly a very good investment opportunity. I think Magic the Gathering sounds very nerdy. I've never played, but those cards, yeah. Anyways, it's a good opportunity, and this connects also to what I've been doing. I'm not just like talking about some random game. I talked with the developer of SteemPeak, the programmer guy, and I said there's a good opportunity to create a buy-sell market for this game that's on Steam. And it's an awesome opportunity, game on being on Steam, because you have free transactions, unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum. You have 3-second transaction, unlike Bitcoin. That's like, it can vary from 10 minutes to an hour. I've had happen to me over an hour. So if you have transactions that are incredibly fast. And so if we create this online buy-sell sort of thing, and we get a transaction, we get a percentage out of each transaction, and he went for it, and we spent a couple of weeks working on this, 2 to 3 weeks, and the game is becoming extremely more popular, from 1,000 to 3,000, and with Kickstarter it's going to be thousands of more people, and then eventually to where other games are, perhaps, where there's millions. So you've got a recap of what I've been doing. I created a social media website with 3 other people, and I created a buy-sell market for a game with one other person, and I'm still doing plenty of pictures and weddings, and I am working hard on a book, and I have my sister's going to be helping me on finish up some of the content on that. And I don't get out much anymore. If I go somewhere to a photo shoot, I'm at a computer a lot. So if you want to invite me to something fun, maybe that's good for me. But I think right now, I mean, I just wanted to show you, if you want to use the website, if you want to go to SteemPeak and create a blog, and let me know. I'll follow. I'll give you some good votes. I'm just going to say, like, honestly, the best way to get an account is to go through probably that Kickstarter tomorrow, or just go to steammonsters.com. I'll put a link up there, of course. And that's technically the best way to do it. It's not free accounts, or you have to wait a while to get one, or you have to wait for SteemPeak to solve this issue, which we will. So, you have any questions about this, what I've been doing, about my life? This is like a long time update, hasn't it? Like, I haven't really done much on Facebook. I've been like resharing stuff. Like, oh hey, I took pictures of Devon like 2 years ago. Here's Facebook reminded me. And Facebook's great, and I interact on Messenger all the time, and I'm not like leaving. Here's a place where I can post stuff. Here's my profile, and I can make money every time I'm doing it. That's a few dollars. That's a few dollars. That's, $5-6. This was well promoted, so that's a lot. And there's so much more that we're going to be doing. There's so much that SteemPeak can do using Steam, and it's fun. It's fascinating. It's like the ground floor. It's like, what would you say, like an early adopter sort of thing. So it's not for everyone. So I've been working on this since the beginning of June, and I haven't told you guys because it's not for most of you. You're going to be just fine on Facebook, and we'll have the ability for you to go over and check the blog and comment even without a account on Steam eventually. I mean, so there wasn't too much need for me to tell you too much about it. Actually, what I want to do is search a topic. We're going to go to Steam, and I wanted to show you this. I'm going to zoom in on this. This is kind of the ability of Steam, and that's why we're using SteemPeak on Steam, because there's zero fee, fast transactions. You've got your own wallet. I mean, it is the most used blockchain in the world by far. Not even close. Bitcoin is a great, wonderful idea. Ethereum has helped many other companies. However, they can't touch the number of transactions that Steam does. And there's lots of popular decentralized applications like SteemPeak, and a pretty good large active community for blockchain and cryptocurrencies. It's one of the largest active daily participating communities. The others are just, they're holding something hoping it goes up, which is fine. I do that too. Okay, and people that own stocks do that too. And there's lots of people that own stocks but aren't in an active community. Anyways, have I talked your ear off sufficiently? I don't know. Here's my sister did a post about me. Cool pictures. Shall we just show off? I did a cool blog. I mean, you can go to the blog itself, or you can just look at the slideshow. And then I'm going to go to Bolivia in October, because I lived there a long time ago as a missionary, and everyone's kind of getting back together, so I'm going, and I may, if anyone's interested, I may do a photo tour where I'll teach y'all some good photography skills, and we're going to go probably to some of these exact same cool places. This one is just all about llamas, but, and is there anything else? I feel like it's been so long since I've interacted with most of you. Tell you what, if you have made it to the end of this, let me know. I've got one of those cool cards. Maybe not the $5 cards, but I've got a cool card for any of my friends that have watched to the end and have commented. Comment here on Facebook. I'll put you on a list, and as soon as you get on, as soon as you have a Steam account, I will send you one of these cool cards. I have a lot of them, a lot of them. So I consider it for myself a cool investment. So I have a lot of them. If you I'll put your name on a list as soon as you get an account. I'll send you one of these, and these are first edition ones. Maybe they'll go up. Maybe you'll be rich someday. Just kidding, but maybe. Okay, that's it. 3, 2, 1, bye.